What's up everyone? So I'm behind the wheel of my 2011 Hyundai Genesis Coupe 3.8. It's been quite some time since I've made an update video on the car. So today's video I'm going to go over the last 1 year of ownership with the car and the journey that it's been on with me over that past year. If you guys enjoy the video, be sure to give it the thumbs up, click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. So a little bit of history about the vehicles that I've owned before the Genesis Coupe. My first truck was the 2007 Toyota Tacoma. It was just an absolute amazing truck. I owned it the last 8 years and just last summer traded it in for the 3.8. If you want to know more about why I traded in the truck, that link will be up on the screen. It's also in the description below. When I was looking for a new car, my brother at the time already had the Genesis Coupe 2-liter turbo for about 3.5 years. So that was my first pick since I've already been able to drive it, be around the car and just already, know everything about it. Some other cars I was looking at was the 350Z, the G35, 1 Series BMWs, and actually test drove the Veloster Turbo. And I was very impressed with that car for being front wheel drive. It handled very well, but I did want to stick with rear wheel drive. So when I finally came to a decision, just based on the price, the mileage, overall condition, and the looks, the Genesis Coupe really had the best bang for the buck compared to other vehicles. And it was at the lower end of my price range, so just an unbeatable car to get, again with the looks and the price. As far as modifications go for the car, for the performance I have the CNT V3 catback racing exhaust, custom test pipes, and the AEM intake. For cosmetics, I have made a custom grille, actually using the stock grille. The roof is wrapped in the 4D carbon fiber vinyl, also the gas cap and the rear lip spoiler. I have the wing emblems on the wheels and the trunk lid, so if you have no idea what this car is, that doesn't really help. A lot of people have no clue that it's a Hyundai, which is pretty cool. And the wheels are painted gloss black. All of these mods that I just mentioned have their own video on the install or how it was done on our channel. I'll have all of those links in the description below, so definitely check out those if you want to see more detail on a certain part. So without putting a lot of money into my car, I've kept it to where it could look stock like this from the factory, which, is pretty cool. I like it to be nice and clean looking like that, but enough to show, I've done some unique parts to it to add to my own style. But to be fair, it's not totally unique. If you've been following us for a while, you'll know we own 2 similar cars, but that doesn't matter because they look pretty awesome together. And as far as the interior, everything has stayed the same except for the LED footlights that I have under the footwells for at night. Matches all the blue interior lighting very well. Driving this car over the past year has been an absolute blast. From autocrosses to mountain roads and even a track day that the car has under its belt, I'm very impressed with the handling of this car. I've pushed it pretty good, especially out on the tracks, but because it is my daily, or it was my daily, I have a motorcycle now, so I don't drive the car too often anymore. But because it is, my only car, I only push it certain times, like out on the track or the mountain roads. I don't do anything too crazy, but when the car does need to perform, like a turn like this, it definitely puts a smile on my face, hugs that turn real nice, and has enough power to get out. Being a 2011, I have about 44,000 miles on the car. I bought it right at 35,000, so I haven't put too many miles on it over the last year. Most of those miles, however, are on mountain roads, on the track, and just driving back and forth from home. So, haven't put too many miles on it, and now that I have a motorcycle, I'm planning to obviously put more miles on that and keep less on the car, which is pretty cool. Now on to the maintenance and costs of this vehicle, the running costs of this vehicle. I do everything myself on the maintenance on the car, so not only does that mean that I take really good care of my car and I keep it in excellent shape, but it also means that I don't put a lot of money into my car by taking it to a shop and having them change my oil. So I change the oil every 6 months, and this last oil change I actually put about 3,000 miles on the car. So again, not a lot. It costs about $17, so roughly $7–8 for the oil filter and about $10–12 for the oil itself. So it varies, but it's definitely under $20. compared to a shop that might be at a 30 or 40. I've never taken it to a shop, so that's my guess on the cost for that. So in doing my maintenance, again, that keeps the costs down. I'll mention real quick a warranty issue that I did have, and that cost me $0 since I had a warranty on the car. If you want to know how you get a warranty buying a used Hyundai, definitely click on that link. It'll be on the screen as well as in the description below. So that warranty issue was the sunglass holder here. It wasn't clicking up, so it was open most of the time. But again, under warranty, I got that fixed for free, which was pretty awesome. I think it was actually a couple $100 if I had to pay for it myself. So being under the warranty, again, was pretty awesome. I didn't have to pay anything. I am also running on the original battery. So for a 2011 with the original battery is pretty cool. I've only put one other battery in my Tacoma plus the stock one over those 8 years. So I'm hoping that I can get a couple more years out of this battery, and I have got it tested. I do that about every 3 weeks just to see how it's how the charge is on it and everything. Still starts up like normal, so I think I got a couple years on it, like I said. But that's pretty cool that I'm still on the stock battery. I do know that when I go to replace it, it's probably going to be about $100. So, you know, that's not a huge expense, especially when the battery lasts as long as it has. So for costs of gas and insurance, those aren't things that I really worry about that much, since obviously you have to use both of those to have your car on the road. So when I go to fill up, usually it's about once a month now that I have a bike, so it could be anywhere between $25 and $30 just based on, you know, the gas station that I'm going to and the prices and all that. So not really a lot of money in that aspect. And as far as insurance, I pay about $1,200 a year for it. But again, those aren't really huge costs, at least in my mind. So as far as future mods go for the car, I'd like to do new wheels and tires. I have about 9,000 miles on these tires though, and in putting 7,000 miles on them a year, they're gonna last me quite a few years. So unless I really have the urge to put new wheels and tires on the car, or I find a really good deal, I'm probably gonna stick with them. And I'd really like to lower the car, maybe an inch, inch and a half. I'm not looking to do anything crazy, but again, I probably wouldn't do that unless I get the new wheels and tires. So that may happen this year, that may not. Another option that's kind of preventing me from doing that is potentially upgrading to a new Genesis or a newer Genesis Coupe. If I find a really good price and a really good deal, I think for this car and, you know, a few grand or so, I'd like to upgrade instead and then start on a whole new project for the channel, which would be pretty cool. I would also be going with a manual. I'd love to be back in a manual car. The automatic, the 6-speed automatic, has been a lot of fun. The paddles are really responsive, especially out on the track. You know, out at VIR when we took the cars out, this car handled amazing. If you want to see a video on that track day, definitely click on that link. It'll also be in the description down below. So living with the Genesis Coupe, especially coming from the Tacoma, it's been a very great daily and very practical as well. Obviously I don't have four-wheel drive anymore, and I do have summer tires, so it's not that great in the snow. Our turbo has the all-season tires, and it handles very well in the snow. Again, if you want to see how the cars perform in the snow, that video will be up on the screen as well. It's also very practical in that it looks like a two-seater coupe, but I do have the back seats. I don't use them that much, but they're great for extra storage for sure, along with fitting 2 other people in the car if I need to. And that seat does fold down, so if I need to put like a snowboard or anything through, I definitely have the room to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this update video on the 2011 Hyundai Genesis Coupe 3.8. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give this video the thumbs up. Definitely check out the Genesis Coupe playlist on our channel. You'll have access to every mod that we've done on the car, all our driving videos, everything like that. Definitely be a cool list to check out. Be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. And I'll see you guys next video.